Hey, welcome to Board Game. Today on Bread in My Hands is the Warhammer 40,000 Imperium issue 15. Now, Warhammer 40,000 Imperium is a magazine that comes out between Hatchet and Games Workshop, and it takes you through the Warhammer 40,000 hobby step by step. It's a pretty solid deal. You get a magazine for about $14, and with it comes something related to the Warhammer hobby, usually miniatures, sometimes there's now scenery, you get paints, brushes, stuff like that. It really takes you through the hobby step by step in a positive way, and it teaches you everything you really kind of need to know about Warhammer 40,000. It's, I think, just a really, really well done just a overall well done subscription service. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can get it. If you go and order it directly and get a subscription, you get bonus stuff. In this case, this latest group came with a bunch of brushes. Future ones, if you spend a little bit more money, you get kind of offshoots of different armies. The main armies are Space Marines with some Adeptus Sororitas and Adeptus Mechanicus taking on Necrons. With the offshoot, you can also get Chaos Orcs, Tyranids, and Tau are the four you get with it. So issue 15, as you can see, we've got Necron Focus. It's the final issue of the pack, of this latest pack of 4 issues. It comes with Necron Flayed Ones, their close combat unit of the Necron Force. So this is going to be a pretty interesting one to see what it brings to this, and yeah, I mean, overall, we get, let's see here, we get 10 models, 3 paints, terrain, 4 missions to add to the collection with this latest one. So let's open up this pack and show off what you get. All right, obviously we get a sprue of Necron Flayed Ones. This is obviously one of the biggest pains in the butt I've ever put together as far as units of the modern 40k era. I want to just chuck these against the wall. So maybe there's some tips I can learn on how to better put this together. So right here we get the flesh-eating Necrons, some info on the Imperium Sanctus, and reinforcement playthrough. So this will be interesting. It's going to teach us about reinforcements, apparently. As with all the magazines, it takes you through kind of a unit, description of the unit. Now we learn a bit about the Imperium Sanctus, some history and some world building. I think that's actually pretty cool. It takes you through the units that you get, explaining what you get. Then we get some history of Warhammer 40,000, so you actually learn the background. The background's pretty cool and helpful. Then we get a how to put the models together. From there, from painting, we get a whole bunch of paints so far, I think about a half dozen paints, maybe a little bit more, and it takes you through how to use every single paint step by step. You can see where we get up to, and then I think eventually you'll get paints to cover up the white, which will be pretty cool. And then basing should be really interesting to see what is done with there. And then finally, we end it with a mission. This one, we got a bunch of Necrons versus Space Marines. Not too shocking. That's what we're going to take on. We got Flayed Ones, Canoptech Plasma Sight, and Royal Warden taking on Space Marines. Let's see what Space Marines you got going on. So that's the... So yeah, you can kind of see how step by step it takes you through the game and teaches you. We see shooting, some charge, a fight, and yeah, it takes you through all the phases and has you play out a game to learn. As I say, it's a really solid step by step way to learn the game. It's not too overwhelming, which I think is really good. Give you a little bit to build out your collection with every single release. We can see here what's coming the next 2 issues. We get more Assault Intercessors that will bring us up to, I believe, 10. Actually, no, we received 8 so far, so it'd be 13 total. And then we get some more scenery with more Mutatorium armored containers and all that stuff. So that's about a value of... I'm trying to think of what it was. 20-something bucks, and this is $20 even. So we'll, of course, go through and see how much the Flayed Ones are, see how much we save. As always, if you want the latest Games Workshop news, you can check us out at BoardGameToday.com. We're on it. You can also get role-playing game, miniature games, card games, trading card games, whatever, all at BoardGameToday.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at BoardGameToday, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep rolling those dice. Get your game on. Hey, thanks for watching Board Game Today. We always appreciate your views and your support, but there are so many ways for you to support our site. Not only can you do it right here on video, but you can go and check us out at BoardGameToday.com, where we have more news, reviews, interviews, everything you could ever want. But since you're here, if you could, you can always give us a like, subscribe, or share our videos or watch something else. Is always much appreciated, and get your game on.